of this country, a law-abiding citizen of this country, to know that a lot of people are hurting inside this country, and leaders are sitting back, millionaires are sitting back on their yachts, and people are eating caviar while people are dying and starving in this country. I refuse to stand back. I refuse to stand back and watch this injustice in my country. Our spiritual leaders know that they have a platform that they can influence many people to stand about here, and they are now sitting in their houses or chilling on their back porches. I refuse to stay seated, knowing all this injustice is happening in this country. I refuse, as a black Bahamian man with potential, with degrees, and with abilities and passion for my country and my love for what I do, that we stand back and allow these things to happen in this country, and tell every one of us take the stand to become the change we want to see. Change will never come in this country. Take the stand. You might not be able to take the stand today, but take the stand next time. Take the stand in your local communities. Take the stand in your churches. Take the stand with these adolescent crime and these criminality at the top. Take a stand, and until we take a stand, nothing will happen in this country. I feel this to the core of my existence. I feel this to the core of my bone. I feel this because if I don't take a stand, based on what happened to me, I would become a criminal. If I don't take a stand based on what happened to me, I would go and buy a gun and run up in someone else and kill them too. If I don't take I'd rather take a stand before I become a criminal. And I'm standing out here for every person whose voice has been silenced in this country due to crime, the career, and victimization. I stand today for every person whose voice has been silenced because of victimization and retaliation. I stand today for every person who don't believe that they have resources enough to stand, because some people are afraid to be locked up. Yes. I came out here today to be that voice in the wilderness, that voice that's going to speak out. And if you don't believe that you're enough, you might never be enough, but all of us together, we can be enough. Take that stand. Become the change you wish to see. If you want to have change, you can't just sit by and allow everybody else who feel this passion to be out here. You have to be out here as well. This is a warrior out here. She's a warrior out here. Everyone you're looking at out here are warriors in their own individual capacities. Everybody out here represents a different cause out here today. And I represent every family who have lost a member or a loved one to the acts of violence and crime in this country. Criminality at the top. Lawyers and MPs and magistrates getting paid big time money to line their pockets while people are going home crying. They are going home hurting, and they are going home cannot sleep. I represent every person in this country who are now visiting their family graves on Mother's Day, on Father's Day, or Daddy Day. I'm standing for everyone in this country. Our country will never be no better as long as we have mothers supporting criminals and walking up and down to the court trying to get bail. Our country will never be no better as long as we have MPs standing on platforms at funerals and trying to advance their political agendas, not caring about the people that are left hurting. Our country will never be no better until every person in this country take a stand for justice, take a stand for accountability, and be responsible for every action that they take, every word that they speak, everything that they do. Our country will never change until you on this live, until you watching me, until you watching me with Shanique, until you watching me on ZNS. Take a stand, man. Right. Take a stand before it comes to your doorstep. Take a stand before it leaves you or your family or your neighbor or your brother hurting or your brother killed inside the street. Take a stand. I didn't even come out here to talk today. I feel this so much in my bone because if I don't stand, I will kill.
Come on now.
So I have to stand. I have to stand. Wow. Take a stand, Bahamas. Take a stand, man. Take a stand.
You don't want to get to that, but that's the God on the truth. You don't want to get to that, but that's the truth.
Wow, listen, you guys, that right there is the passion that you cannot fake it. You cannot fake that. You know, that was real what you heard. He is a well-known public figure in this country. That is Demetrius Smith. Many of you know his story. Demetrius was the victim of a robbery and a home invasion recently. And in fact, he bears the scars on his face right now as a part of that attack. And so him speaking right now is where that passion comes from. And he is saying today that this is what this was about. This is what this movement was about. And so there you have it. There you have it. Bahamians very passionate about a number of reasons, for different reasons, but all still passionate about one single thing, and that is that the Bahamas must become better, safer, and certainly a better foundation for all to be able to have a better quality of life and live life the way it should be lived, and live with dignity and the quality of life that many of us, all of us, are deserving of. And so guys, listen, the protest, the main protest, has already made its way from Rawson Square. By the way, welcome to the conversation.